In today's video, we're going to learn how to upload assets into the Adobe Experience Manager Digital Assets folders. So, after you log into the Adobe Experience Manager, you're going to notice a few different selections we have here. We have websites and digital assets. So for today's tutorial, we're going to click on Digital Assets. And once you click on that, it's going to take a few seconds to load up because it's taking in every asset from Denver.gov. And you'll notice, and if it's not exposed already, go ahead and expose it by clicking the plus sign. You'll see digital assets over here on the left. Click on that, click on denvergov.org, and then find the folder where your asset is going to live. Now, just for an example, we'll go and use our Technology Services folder. We're down here on the bottom under T. So I click on the plus sign here, and we see a pretty common folder structure here. We have Technology Services. Under that, we have Documents, maybe with a few subfolders. Yeah, there's one subfolder in there. And our Images folder. And if you notice over here, I have two different types of common documents that go into denvergov.org. I have a PDF and an image PNG. So, for the first part, I'm going to select Technology Services on the left here, and you notice that every time I click on something on the left here, on the right, we start seeing the subpages pop up, or the subfolders, excuse me. And I'm going to click on Documents because the first thing I'm going to put in is this document example.pdf. Now, over here, you'll notice when I click on Documents, all of my documents that live inside of this folder kind of fill in this area here. And we notice that if they're published or not, they have a green checkbox. If they're just kind of living in there and they're not really doing anything, there's no state applied to them. But what we want to do is get a document into here. So how do we do that? So what we're going to want to do is simply click on this new button up here. If you click on this little arrow next to it, you'll get your options. And we're going to click on New File. And I'm going to be looking for this document example.pdf that lives on my desktop. So this is the correct path I want to upload to. I'm going to click on Browse. And I'm on my desktop. And here's my document example.pdf. So I'm going to click on Open. And you'll see it pop in here. If you have multiple documents, just keep clicking on Browse, and you can add as many documents as you want, just using that same process that we just outlined earlier. But I'm just going to use this one for this example here. So I see document example.pdf, that's the one I want, and I simply click Upload. And you'll see document example pops in right here. Document example.pdf is also the title and the name, and if I want to go in here and add some more metadata to that, I just double click right on the file. I see my document load up here on the left. Apparently this was modified in 1969. That's pretty cool, I guess. If I want to make this easier to find later, I can put some more data in here in the title. So I can call this test document. And I can also give it a brief description here, but we're not going to do that just for the purposes of this tutorial. And when you're done adding your metadata, you just click on Save on the bottom here. It's kind of hard to see. It's on the bottom right. Click on Save. Notice the little save icon going. And when you're done, just click on this little X on the tab and it'll get you back to the previous section that you were working in. Alright, so now we've got our document example.pdf loaded into the site. Great. Now how do we get an image up? Image, same thing. Go to your image folder. Click on New File. Browse for your image on your desktop. Here we are, image example.png. This is a nice little logo I made earlier for a t-shirt. So let's go and upload this. Okay, that's the correct one. Click Upload. It's doing its little thing. This is kind of a bigger file, and you'll see it progressing here. And when it's done, it'll pop in. So, and I think for this one, and if you want to find the document you just put in, you have a few different ways to do it. You can filter by title. I know this is called Image Example, so I'm going to go over to I, and we see it right here. I can also filter by name, which would be the same. I can filter by when it was published, which is basically when it was activated, or when it was modified, and also by the status. And then you could just use these arrows on the bottom here to find your document or look at other documents as well. And that is how you upload documents and images into AEM. And you notice that basically it doesn't really matter if I put an image in here or a document. These folders here are more for your sake to kind of organize and categorize your documents and images into different folders. Essentially, if you put images into a documents folder or documents into an image folder, it's not really going to matter because you can find those anywhere. But that's basically it. That's how you get an image or a document up into your digital asset manager using your assets, digital assets manager in AEM. Thank you very much.